The earth moved before the sky changed. At first, no one noticed. Just a tremor, soft, almost polite. Then a loud crack echoed across the valley. Birds burst from the trees. Water rippled in the river without wind. Clay pots rattled inside huts. A second crack followed. Closer. People ran outside. Near the old boundary stone, the soil had split open. Not wide, not deep, but deliberate. The crack curved. Slowly, carefully, forming a ring. An old woman dropped to her knees. "No," she whispered. "Not again." The elders arrived late. They always did when fear returned. They stood at the edge of the circle. None of them stepped closer. "This land was sealed," one elder muttered. "For 7 years." Another elder shook his head. "The seal is weakening." The ground responded. The soil inside the ring sank suddenly. A farmer standing too close lost his balance. His foot vanished below the surface. Men pulled him back. His leg was bleeding, not from cuts, from pressure, as if the earth had squeezed him. That was when someone said the name. "Call Amari." The crowd fell quiet. Amari lived near the hills, far from the sacred ground, far from responsibility. But blood remembers. Amari felt it before they reached him. A heaviness in his chest, a slow pull beneath his feet, like standing on something that was breathing. When the elders arrived, they did not explain. They didn't have to. "You feel it," Elder Khan said. Amari nodded. His father had warned him about this moment, about the waiting years, about what happens when the land wakes early. "The ritual was done," Amari said. 7 years ago." "Yes," the elder replied, "and 7 years is ending." Amari frowned. "That's not possible." The elder looked past him, toward the hills, toward the soil. "The land disagrees." They took him back to the village. The circle had grown wider, the soil inside it darker, wet, but no rain had fallen. Children were pulled away. Animals refused to cross near it. "This ritual was meant to buy time," Elder Cone said. "Not forgiveness." Amari swallowed. "What happens if we don't do it again?" The elder didn't answer immediately. The ground answered instead. A deep vibration rolled through the circle, strong enough to knock people backward. Then came the sound, a low voice. Not words, not sound. Pressure. Memory. Elder Khan finally spoke. "Then the land will collect what it is owed." Amari stared at the circle, at the shape, at the timing. 7 years ago, someone survived. Tonight, the land wanted payment, and it never accepts the same thing twice. The elders did not begin with explanations. They never did. They led Amari into the oldest hut in the village, the one no one repaired, the one that smelled of ash and dried blood. Smoke curled near the ceiling, not from fire, from herbs burning slowly in clay bowls. Elder Cone unrolled the cracked animal hide onto the floor. Symbols covered it, carved, scratched, stained. Amari recognized none of them, but his body reacted anyway. His palms tingled. His knees weakened. "These are not instructions," the elder said quietly. "They are conditions." Amari swallowed. "For what?" "For survival." The elder spoke one rule at a time, not loudly, not ceremonially, almost reluctantly. "Rule 1, Elder Cone said. "The ritual must begin before the land asks twice." Amari frowned. "What happens if it asks twice?" No one answered. "Rule 2, another elder continued. "The offering must be willing." Amari's jaw tightened. "Offering blood," the elder replied calmly. "Life, if required." "Rule 3, Elder Khan said. "No interruption once it begins." Amari shifted uneasily. "And Rule 4." The hut fell silent. Finally, Elder Khan spoke. "The land decides when it is finished. Not us." Amari exhaled slowly. "You said this ritual bought 7 years." "Yes," the elder replied. and those years were lived. Then why is the land angry now? Elder Corn met his eyes. Because someone survived when they were not meant to. The words hit harder than any threat. Outside a scream echoed. Short, sharp, then silence. Amari rushed out. Near the ritual circle, the soil had risen, not cracked, lifted, like a shallow mound. A man lay half buried at its edge, his chest still moving, his legs gone. The land had not taken him completely. Yet, the ritual has already started, Elder Corn said behind him. Amari turned. We haven't done anything. The elder shook his head. The land has. As night approached, the village changed. Paths warped, shadows stretched too long. Dogs refused to bark. Amari's wife, Lena, found him near their hut. You're shaking, she said. I don't think this ritual ends the way we were told, Amari replied. Lena lowered her voice. My mother said something once, that the ritual doesn't protect everyone. Amari looked at her. It protects the land first. A horn sounded near the circle. Low. Ancient. The elders were calling him. As Amari walked toward the sacred ground, the soil beneath his feet darkened. Step by step, marking him. Behind him, Lena whispered his name. Ahead of him, the land waited. And somewhere beneath the earth, something old realized he had arrived. The elders formed a half-circle around the sacred ground. No chants, no drums, only silence. That silence felt heavier than sound. Amari stood at the edge of the ring. The soil beneath his feet was warm, not hot, warm like skin. Elder Cone stepped forward. In his hands was a shallow wooden bowl. Inside it, dark liquid. Blood. Still fresh. Amari's stomach tightened. Who is that from? He asked. Elder Cone did not answer. Instead, he placed the bowl at the center of the ring. The ground reacted instantly. The soil trembled. The bowl sank halfway into the earth. The blood disappeared, absorbed. The land was tasting. It's not enough, one elder whispered. Amari felt the pressure then. A pull at his ribs. Like invisible hands pressing inward. He staggered back. You said the offering must be willing, Amari said. His voice shook. No one agreed to this. Elder Cone finally looked at him. That rule, he said quietly, exists so the land does not take everyone. A low vibration rolled through the circle, stronger than before. Cracks branched outward, not random, directional, toward the huts, toward the people. Women screamed. Children cried. The land was losing patience. Amari clenched his fists. What happened 7 years ago? He demanded. Tell me the truth. The elders exchanged glances. Finally, Elder Khan spoke. The ritual required 3. Amari froze. 3 willing offerings. The elder continued. Bound by blood, bound by name. Amari's throat went dry. My father, he whispered. Yes, and my uncle, Elder Khan said. And he hesitated. And you. The words felt unreal. That's not possible, Amari said. I survived. Elder Khan shook his head slowly. No, he said, you were spared. The ground pulsed. Once, twice, like a heartbeat. Your father begged, the elder continued. He offered his life so the land would wait for yours. Amari felt something tear inside his chest. That's why the land woke early, Elder Cone said, because it remembers unfinished debts. Amari backed away. No, he said, I didn't agree to this. The soil beneath him cracked. A sharp pain shot through his leg. He fell to one knee. The earth had gripped him. You don't agree, Elder Cone said softly. You inherit. The ground inside the circle suddenly collapsed inward, not sinking, opening. A dark hollow revealed itself. Smooth walls, no bottom in sight. Cold air rushed upward, smelling of rot and iron. From within the hollow, something moved, not rising, listening. Amari felt it then, a recognition. The land wasn't calling him. It was welcoming him back. And as the hollow widened, Amari realized the brutal truth. The ritual was never meant to protect the village. It was meant to delay his return. The hollow did not close. It waited. Cold air crawled up Amari's skin, not wind. Breath. The elders stepped back in unison. No one crossed the ring now. Elder Khan lowered his head. This place remembers every step ever taken upon it. Amari stared into the dark opening. His reflection did not appear. Only movement. Slow. Patient. My father said the land was alive, Amari whispered. He never said it could think. Elder Cone swallowed. It doesn't think, he said. It remembers. The soil around the hollow hardened, smooth like stone, carved with lines Amari had seen before. The symbols on the animal hide. They weren't instructions. They were names. Amari felt his chest tighten. How many? He asked. Elder Corn didn't answer. The ground answered instead. A low pulse traveled outward. Huts creaked. Trees bent inward. The land was calling its lineage. Amari staggered as memories flooded him, not his. Other lives, other offerings, men, women, children, all stepping willingly into the hollow, all believing they were saving others. You are not the first, Elder Cone said quietly. You are the continuation. Amari clenched his teeth. You let this happen. The elder's eyes filled with tears. We survived it. A scream echoed from the hollow. Not loud. Old. The soil near Amari's feet rose slightly, forming a step. An invitation. That's how it always begins, Elder Cone said. One step. Amari felt something beneath his skin move, like roots shifting. The land wasn't pulling him anymore. It was aligning him. Night fell unnaturally fast. Stars did not appear. The sky felt sealed. Amari stood before the hollow. The step remained. Waiting. You said the offering must be willing, Amari said. Why does the land force us then? Elder Cone shook his head. It doesn't force, he said. It prepares. He gestured toward Amari's chest. You feel it now, don't you? Amari did. A calm beneath the fear. A certainty that terrified him more. My father fought, Amari said. I remember his screams. Elder Cone nodded. Everyone fights at first. The elder stepped closer. When the land chooses you, it gives you something in return. What? Elder Cone's voice dropped. Belonging. Amari's memories twisted. Moments from childhood shifted. Times he felt watched, guided, protected. The land had always been there. Not guarding the village, guarding him. The ritual doesn't end the debt, Elder Con said. It transfers it. Amari laughed bitterly. So I become the prison? No, the elder replied. You become the lock. The hollow stirred. Something rose just enough for Amari to see it. A shape made of soil and bone. Faces layered into it. Some screaming, some calm. His father's face was among them. Watching. Waiting. Amari screamed. The shape retreated. The land pulsed. Patient, the elders gathered again. This time closer. Braver. The 7 years, Amari said hoarsely. Why not sooner? Elder Cone answered. Because the land needs time to change you. Amari felt his heartbeat slow. Match the ground's rhythm. The land does not consume quickly, the elder continued. It reshapes. Images flooded Amari's mind. Previous offerings. Not dying. Becoming. Spread beneath the soil. Stretching. Holding. The land wasn't hungry. It was incomplete. And if I refuse? Amari asked. Elder Cone's face hardened. Then the land will finish itself. A tremor shook the village. A hut collapsed inward. Swallowed. Not destroyed. Absorbed. Children screamed. Amari felt it then. The truth. This wasn't punishment. It was balance. The land didn't want him dead. It wanted him rooted. Lena broke through the elders. She ran to Amari. "You can't," she cried. "There has to be another way." Amari touched her face. His hand felt heavy, solid, almost not human. "There isn't," he said gently. The land pulsed harder, impatient now. Elder Korn raised his voice. "Step forward, Amari. Seal the land." Amari looked at Lena, at the village, at the hollow. He understood everything now. The ritual didn't save people. It postponed forgetting. He stepped onto the first stone. The ground embraced him. Warm, familiar. As he descended, the hollow reshaped, not closing, welcoming. Lena screamed his name. The land silenced her, not cruelly, mercifully. Morning came. The hollow was gone. In its place solid ground. Dark, rich. The village stood intact. Crops grew faster. Water flowed clearer. The elders said the ritual was complete. For 7 years, children played near the boundary stone. They felt safe. Too safe. At night, the soil pulsed softly, like breathing. Deep below, Amari was not sleeping. He was holding, listening, remembering. He felt footsteps above him. Generations passing. And when the land began to stir again, not violently, not angrily, Amari understood the final truth. The land never wakes on its own. It is always called, and someday, someone else will feel the pull, and the earth will remember them too. Some rituals end, others wait. Subscribe, and don't miss the next awakening.